Oh no, it says I'm. Hello.
Does it show you talking?
Yeah, it shows me talking.
Turn it up all the way. Let me see if it pops up on my phone. Use headphones. Okay.
Nationwide, can you hear me? Nationwide, can you hear me?
Hold on.
But see, it says I'm talking. See my fingers?
Nationwide, can you hear
You
me?
talking?
Yes,
Hold
he's
on.
talking, but I can't hear it. But see, it says I'm talking. See my
Nationwide, can you hear me?
I don't know how to work your
Yes, he's
headphones
talking, but I can't hear
in
it.
your headphones. Yeah, those are perfect for your head.
You see the button?
I don't know if I'm turning it up or down now.
Oh wait, my volume's all the way down on here. Hold on. Now can you hear me?
Hold on. Can y'all hear me? I'm just trying to make sure y'all can hear me.
Well, if you can hear
I just want to
me,
make sure y'all can
Tia,
hear
I
you.
can't hear him.
We
Can
can
y'all
hear
hear
Barbara.
Nationwide?
Can you hear me? There we go.
Let's see if these pop back up on your phone too.
Yeah, see, she said she can hear both of us, but I can't hear him.
Alright.
Wait, no, it might, it might be a connectivity. Nationwide, I'm gonna back out and come back in.
My bad, y'all. I'm just trying to make sure this all works correctly. Okay, that sounds a little bit better right there. That sounds better on my end right there. All right. Thank you, Shangy. Thank you, Filippo Sauce, for hanging on in the back. I just wanted to try and make sure all this sounds good. Let me know if this sounds good. If it sounds good, let me know, please. All right, cool. What's going on, yo?
Hey, Nationwide, thanks for having me.
Sup, nationwide.
What's up? I can hear y'all.
So you can hear me?
So you finally turned up
Yeah,
the volume, Barb?
it wasn't the volume, dickhead.
Yes, it was, Barb. You had Nationwide thinking it was his problem.
Nuh-uh, Nationwide, did I not tell you it could be on my end?
I believe it was on my end, just to let y'all know.
Hmm. Hmm.
Well, I was backstage the
Apologize
whole
now, Shangy.
I was backstage the whole time, and I could hear Wise Guy fine the whole time. I could hear you both fine.
Oh, okay. So I think it was, but
So it was
hey,
just
it
Barb couldn't
works.
hear you.
It works. Hey, how y'all doing tonight, man? I want to make sure that everybody can hear us inside the chat. Like I said, hey, just to go ahead and get this rules broke down and how this works. Basically, we just gonna talk about whatever the hell we want to talk about. It doesn't matter what it is. Tonight's an open topic. Um, I don't give a damn if we playing two truths and a lie. You know what I'm saying? I don't give a fuck. But it's just just to hang out, chills. I'm gonna play some funny shit every now and again. I'll play some scary shit. That's just what I do. But other than that, I don't care. Let's just have some fun. That's how we do it here.
I already knew.
No, it's been blissed a few days. I've been ignoring all the drama on in that community, and been hopping on different people's panels, and just been
Yeah,
playing music, doing karaoke, and
Having
yeah,
fun,
Yeah,
huh?
yeah,
same here. I've been making my rounds on other people's panels lately, including
yeah.
here.
yeah. Well, see, you know, I mean, look, check this out. Here's the funny thing about the whole situation, and this is the only reference that I will make to the whole sphere that we're talking about. You know what I'm saying? And I won't make another reference to it. This is my one and only, and I won't. And I wanted to make this that way that it will be heard. I look at everybody. Doesn't mean that I like you, doesn't mean that I hate you. Content is content. If I enjoy it, I enjoy it. If I consume it, I consume it. But your beef is not mine. That's just the way that's the way I work on YouTube.
That's the way it should be.
Yeah,
Your beef is not mine. I might enjoy something that you do, but your beef isn't mine.
Well, I know something that we enjoy that I need to get Filippo on board with.
Not retro enough for him, Barb.
Hey, look, check this out. I'm gonna have to go screen for this. Hey, look, check this out. This is Nationwide Wise Guy, and I'm letting y'all know. Hey, we're building up a gaming community. It's right now it's primarily zombies and stuff like that. Hey, but if that's what you're into, that's what you're into. But look, that's what we're doing right now. If
And
you're
we're
looking
having
for
fun doing it.
Hey, look, if you're looking for fun and a place to have fun doing it, you can catch you can catch me, you can catch the sauce, you can catch Budo, you can catch us over there playing, PlayStation. You can catch You can catch Filippo doing his retro gaming. We're trying to catch him over there too. You know what I'm saying? So
Well,
I mean,
I done
hey,
converted
Yeah,
Tia. Tia
Filippo, get with
is
the 21st century.
that's just the
but
way.
Tia
Perfect
is
games
my
made past
prodigy.
1995, Filippo.
No, but you can't say nothing about it though, Shaggy. Though, man, on the cool, you can't talk about it because me, I ain't even gonna lie to you. To this day, I'm still playing Ninja Turtles. To this day,
Wait,
I'm still
I'm just,
playing Zelda. You know
I'm
what I'm
just,
saying? I got
I'm
all
just
that stuff
teasing.
on my. I got all that stuff on my Nintendo Switch. You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying?
Filippo knows. I'm just teasing.
Yeah, I know.
I
I
prefer
know.
the older games too.
yeah,
But see, I
yeah,
can't tease Filippo about that retro gaming because I'm into it too. You know what I'm saying? One of my
yeah.
favorite games is retro, which would be that Super Dodgeball. If you ever run across
Mhm.
that Super Dodgeball, I would love to see a gameplay of that, man.
Yeah. All we
The
need is
only thing I had a problem with when I
oh,
was watching Filippo play was when he was playing Perfect Dark. I'm like, damn it, Filippo, pick a gun, Filippo.
Oh my God, Perfect Dark. When he was playing Perfect Dark,
yeah.
I'm gonna tell you right now, that was my shit. I'm gonna tell you, I used to have me, my brother, and two or three of my homies, and we used to play round robin. Whoever had the lowest amount of kills had to give up the remote. We used to play four players, uh, 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 Perfect Dark. We used to play every Friday and Saturday. Every Friday and
Me and my
Saturday.
friends, it was GoldenEye, right? And
Yeah,
then
GoldenEye
That's what I was
started it.
about to
Yeah.
say.
Yeah,
and
see,
then
007,
GoldenEye
yes.
started it. See,
and then
GoldenEye
yeah,
started
and
it. Yeah,
yeah,
but
well, yeah, the same guys made the Perfect Dark game, and that's why it
yeah,
was like, oh wow.
Yeah.
well, you know why they made
It's
Perfect Dark?
rareware.
Because what ended up happening was they lost the rights to GoldenEye,
James Bond.
and they
Mhm.
already had a game made for GoldenEye. So all
Mhm.
they really did was they really created their own character and
Mhm.
gave that character that role. Because Joanna Dark actually came out of nowhere. She's not in a comic book or anything else like that. She literally
Yeah.
came out of nowhere. They
Yeah.
created this character that they had created for a James Bond game and then just threw it on her.
And I liked it. It had the same multiplayer, four-player, battle
Battle
round.
Royale.
Yeah,
Yep.
just like in the GoldenEye game. You know what I used to like to do in GoldenEye? You know that gun that you stick to the wall, and if somebody like trips the laser or something, the gun shoots them.
Oh, you're talking
Yeah, like a
that
turret
was
gun.
Perfect Dark. That was Perfect Dark, and that was the
Was it
laptop
Perfect
gun.
Dark or
Yes,
Dark
that
or
was
was it
Perfect
GoldenEye?
Dark, and that was the
Okay,
laptop gun.
yeah,
That was
yeah,
my
yeah,
gun
yeah,
right
the
there.
laptop gun. So,
Yes.
what I would do was when I was playing against my brother, right? Um, when I see that he's coming, right, I just fling the gun like right across the room, and it sticks to the wall, and it just shoots him like that. I just fling the gun right in front of him, and it sticks to the wall, and it just shoots him. It was the coolest move I did.
Right. Man, I'm trying to tell you. I mean, I used to love that gun, man. I used to stick that gun on the wall in a high traffic area and
Mhm.
light people up as soon as that door opened up. Because that
And
was
here they
before
are
you.
looking for an actual character shooting them, and it's a damn mini turret on the
Yeah,
wall.
for real. I used to light man. I used to light my little brother up, man. I'm trying to tell you, because that's who my practice dummy was, my little brother.
Yeah.
But then
Well,
eventually he started whooping
my
my
little
ass.
brother,
So I ain't
he
even gonna
he
lie,
got
he started whooping my ass eventually.
he was able to maneuver past like the laptop guns that I already stuck on the wall before. And then when I fling the gun on the wall, it just comes out of nowhere and takes him by surprise. So after, moving through a literal minefield, he just literally had a bomb thrown at him. Just
Right. Oh, and just to let y'all know, uh, yes, you can get Perfect Dark for PlayStation on the PlayStation Network on the backwards compatible. Yes, you can get it. I have it on my Xbox. If you get it, we can run some Perfect Dark. Just to let you know. Just to let you know. But just to get past that, I was just putting that out there. But yeah, Perfect Dark is on Xbox back on the backwards compatible. So yeah,
best multiplayer game ever.
I mean, even though GoldenEye started the multiplayer genre, I truly believe it was GoldenEye that started it.
There was
I
a
believe I believe that
there was
Perfect
multiplayer
Dark
games
was the
before
better
Golden.
game.
There was multiplayer games
Yeah,
before GoldenEye, but GoldenEye did it
yeah,
best
but it wasn't
before
the
Yeah,
the
battle royale type games. It
yeah, it
was
wasn't the battle
they started a
royale
whole
type though.
new yeah.
Yeah, I think that I think that GoldenEye started the battle royale,
Mhm.
but
Yeah.
I think that you know, I think that Perfect Dark was actually a better story if they would have ran with it.
Yeah,
The only
GoldenEye
thing
was
I didn't
basically the
like about
canvas.
the only thing I didn't
GoldenEye
like
was
about
basically
Perfect Dark. Sorry, Barb. You go first.
I was gonna say GoldenEye was the canvas for all
Mhm.
the games like Call of Duty and
Yeah,
those type of games.
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
So the only problem I had with Perfect Dark is when you meet the alien for the first time. I'm like, oh my god! And his name was Roger, right? It was like an alien named Roger, and it was like literally this little thing, like a little gray alien with the typical. I'm like, oh my god! And it was a talking alien, and he's friendly. He's like, right, I'm Roger, right? And then he like becomes your sidekick. And I was like, I was digging this when I thought like this was like a James Bond type of game, right? With the
right.
espionage and the shooting and stuff. And then when it goes into sci-fi territory and you meet this alien, I'm like, oh my god, I was digging this until now.
Well,
The
see, here's
alien.
the funny thing: when we used to play the battle royale mode,
Mhm.
my brother used to run with the little alien with the British flag on his chest, with the little British flag shirt. That's the one my
Right.
brother used to run around as.
I bet
So
you
I know what
that
you're talking about.
I bet you that the little alien was actually used to be an odd job sprite. Because remember Odd Job in the GoldenEye game? He was so hard to shoot at because he was so
Yeah,
small. And
yeah,
then you
Yeah, and
have
short.
Jaws, who's so tall that he's so easy to shoot at.
yeah. Jaws was real tall. Jaws was real tall to shoot at in the game. He had the biggest hitbox I think in the game. I think.
Well, if you think about it, that could be where all of the advantage disadvantages with characters started from as well.
Yeah,
Mhm.
Well,
giants
Because
yeah,
now,
get
like the
easily
game we're
taken
playing
down.
now, right? You have an advantage because you're bigger, so you can absorb more damage, but you're easily spotted.
right.
Whereas with a smaller character, it's harder to hit you. You see what I'm saying? And they do that now with like even with the games that we're playing now. Like when you choose a character, they have an advantage and a disadvantage.
Right.
Well, when I was playing GoldenEye with my friends, they instituted a rule that nobody can be either Odd Job or Jaws because it's just
Pain in the
if
butt.
if you're Odd Job, it's just no fair, and if you're Jaws, it's like who would want to be who would
Well,
pick
see, we
Jaws
only
anyway?
had two rules. We had two rules. You couldn't be odd job, and you couldn't have the golden gun.
Nope. We had one rule: you can't camp.
No,
No
we didn't.
camping.
I didn't give a damn if you can't because I could get
Yeah,
around the
what's wrong
camp
with camping,
because
Barb?
at that point in time, I mean, no matter where you tried to camp at, they gave you a back door. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? At that time, it was later when they started taking those back doors out of the camping spots, tried to make
Yeah,
it
but you
more
had people that
realistic.
will sit there and they'll camp out on the board in a little corner or something while everybody else kills each other, and then they'll pop out. So they
Oh,
ain't did no work the entire game. Everybody done killed each other off, and then you want to pop out.
hey,
No,
It's
look,
war, Barb.
I'm gonna put it like this. I'm gonna put it like this. I was in the army, and the
Mhm.
one thing that they teach you from basic training to the time you retire, if you ain't cheating, you ain't trying.
That's true, Barb. It's war. War's not fair.
no, that's the
Ain't
only rule we
it?
had. I can't
You ain't
stand the
cheating, you
camper
ain't
boy.
trying. Now, here's the thing about it. The one thing that they also teach you is, like when they basically teach you this is during like morning, uh, when they call you down for morning formation. You got to present your boots and everything. What you're presenting is the boots that you don't wear and the clothes you don't wear, the uniform you don't wear. Then you go back upstairs and you wear a whole nother uniform and a whole nother set of boots. You have your display boots and you have your inspection boots in uniform. If you ain't cheating, you ain't trying.
Yeah, but you know what I'm saying. Even now, like when we go and we're playing horde mode, right, nationwide. And you get that random that comes in, and me and you out there, and we killing all the zombies, and you turn around, and this mofo is hiding in the safe room while we're doing all the work, and he's sucking up all the points by doing no damn work. You know exactly what I'm talking about.
I get what you're talking about, but hell, look, you're
Life's
always
not
gonna
fair, Barb.
you're always gonna get those one motherfuckers because hey, look, check this out. Do you know how many times I done jumped in the game and I was just like, look, I'm just gonna ride this out and get the bonus points at the end? Look, I've done this shit too, so I can't really get mad at them. I might get mad at them for doing it, but I can't
For
get
doing it to
I
you.
can't get pissed off at them for doing it because I've done it too. You know,
No, that drives me
when
nuts.
it comes to gaming, man, you learn a lot about yourself and you learn a lot about patience.
Hmm.
We all
And people,
know that Barb's using Game Genie anyway, right, Barb?
yeah, for real. I tell
Yeah.
her all the time she using cheat codes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he thinks so because
Gotta
I
get
done
gotta get
passed
that
him
Game
up.
Genie, Game Shark.
Look, I passed all of them up, and they are hating.
Now see, that's the only thing I'm gonna have to talk to Filippo about. Hey, check it out. The only thing about when you get over here with us, you ain't gonna have all those cheat codes. That's all. That's the only thing you ain't gonna have when you get over here with us.
Yep,
You ain't gonna have
you
all the
got to put
cheat
in the
codes,
work.
but you gonna have just as much fun though.
But look, I got the perfect student right now. She has been learning, and she's been learning so fast and doing so well. My
She's
Tia,
alright.
she is
She's alright.
awesome. You know she's good.
She's alright.
Remember the first Contra game? Remember how hard that was?
What? What do you mean hard?
Contra?
I should smack the fuck out of you. What do you mean hard? Contra was the first game. Was one of the very first games I beat on like maybe the first or second try.
Well,
But
maybe you're that damn good.
hey, I don't put it like this. Yeah, maybe that is true because I am just a natural gamer because I come from a gamer. I'm gonna tell you now, man. I'm as far as back as I remember. My dad was playing fucking football on Atari, so you know what I'm saying. Like I said, when I come
Yep.
from gamers, I come from gamers.
See, my dad used to we used to have to fight my mom and dad over our Nintendo.
Oh, I didn't fight my dad, but every fucking Saturday, Friday and Saturday, my dad would have a different friend over, and they would play They would play football on the weekend, and it was funny as hell because you could tell whether he was winning or losing by the way he was talking. If he was all excited, he was winning. If he was talking shit, he was losing.
Well, see, I
Hey, has
smartened up as a
anybody ever
parent.
heard of this old school retro game? I don't know, Filippo. Has anybody heard of the Ikari Warriors series?
The Akari Warriors, man, please. The Akari Warriors, that's my game. The only game that's even close to Akari Warriors is the Guerrilla War, the Guerrilla War.
Yeah, so you played Ikari 3
I I played it. I played
on
Akari
the
3.
NES?
Yeah, but
I know
to
that the
me,
arcade versions are much different, but I played the NES version of Ikari 3.
I liked 1 and 2 better. I didn't
Which
really
one and
play
2?
3 like that. I don't know about
Yeah.
Filippo.
3 was really interesting to me because it was like a cross between the gameplay of Double Dragon with a shooting game because you'd be doing like punching, kicking, and jump kicking as well as picking up a machine gun and shooting things.
Yeah, I didn't really play that one that much. I played 1 and 2, and by then I was moving on to Super Nintendo.
Ever played Google 13?
No,
I ain't never
I
heard of
don't think
that.
so. Filippo?
That was a
I
that was
mean,
an interesting
hey,
game.
Filippo's our resident retro gamer right now. Hey,
Yeah.
if he don't know what the hell you
Yeah.
talking about, I don't know what the hell you talking about.
There's two Gogol 13 games that I know of. One was called Top Secret Episode, which was the first game, I think. And there was another one called the something conspiracy, the Moffat conspiracy, or something like that. But I played a Top Secret Episode on the NES, and um, it was an eye opener for me. It was the first NES game that I seen that depicted blood, like from a headshot. Because there's a sequence where you're sniping somebody, and when you shoot them in the head, and you actually see the blood come out of their head. And I had never seen that in an NES game before.
Nah.
And also, there's like a scene in the game where he implies to have sex with these women that he's talking to, right? Because it cuts to like the hotel, and then the shades close, and then you see these hearts, and it's like
You sure this was in NES? Because
this was NES.
this sounds more along the lines of when Grand Theft Auto came out. You know, like
This was way before
the
Grand
first
Theft
Grand
Auto.
Theft Auto.
This was an 8-bit.
See, I was about to
NES.
say that's
First
probably why.
The first Grand Theft Auto came out on NES, though, didn't it?
No,
The overview?
The first Grand Theft Auto came out on home computer and PlayStation 1.
The overview? Oh yeah, it was.
Yeah, the
PlayStation.
overview. Yeah, it was.
That was PlayStation. Okay, you're right.
Grand Theft Auto was the late 90s.
Yeah.
This game I'm talking about was like early to mid
I
80s.
might have to do some research on this and check it out.
Yeah, see, that's why we didn't know what he was talking about nationwide, because our parents weren't buying us no freaking games that had explicit
Yeah,
content.
I wouldn't get nothing like that. For real.
No, my brother bought this game at a store, like at an old store that sold retro gaming stuff.
Right.
So
all right, well, check this out. Everybody up here is at least a retro familiar.
Mm-hmm.
I would like to know everybody's top 2 favorite retro games. What are your top 2 favorite retro games? And when I mean retro, it has to be at least 90s and back.
Mega Man games. My top 3 would be Mega Man, Battletoads, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Mine would be Sonic the Hedgehog and GoldenEye.
Okay, I can see that.
Well, I thought retro had to be NES.
No, just
No, you said at least 90s.
anything 90s.
Oh, anything in 90s?
Anything 90s, anything back 90s and behind, anything.
Okay, then because there's
we got
some
Crash
N64
Bandicoot.
games I really loved.
We got Crash
Bandicoot
Bandicoot and Mario series, Sonic series
And
from Burnt Marshmallow.
Yeah. Star Fox 64. I think that's like the
Ooh,
best.
that was a good one. That was a good one.
Because I remember the original was really awesome for a Super Nintendo game. And then when the Nintendo 64 came out, it was like they took everything that was good about the original game and then they cranked it up to the 11. And it's like, wow, you can actually hear the characters talk now. And
Star Fox 64 was a dope game. It did, yeah. They acted a fool on that one. They really did.
Mm-hmm.
Can I just say I am not surprised by One Night Man's answer?
I'm not either. I'm really not either. I'm really
Street
not.
Fighter 2 and Mortal Kombat.
That's right up his alley right there.
It sure is.
Remember Killer Instinct, the Mortal Kombat knockoff?
Right. So what you got, Filippo? What's your 2 favorite games or your 2 favorite series of games of all time?
Filippo.
We'll get back to him.
He's got to think about that one for a minute.
Yeah.
He's like, damn, I like all
Kabuto's
of them. What are you
the
talking about?
yeah.
Just
Kabuto's
to let y'all know, I'm going to go ahead and give mine right quick. Favorite of all time would have to be the Final Fantasy series. And after the Final Fantasy series, I would have to say um, the I would have to say Final Fantasy series, and then I would have to say um, Super Dodgeball for NES. You know, Super Dodgeball has been my favorite game for the longest time and still is. Or, as a matter of fact, let me go ahead and scratch Super Dodgeball. Let me go ahead and say River City Ransom for NES. River City Ransom for NES.
Is that the surfing game?
No. River City Ransom
Yeah, but
is, yeah.
what is your favorite game of all time?
Favorite
Even
game
recent.
of all time is Far Cry. Favorite game of all time is Far Cry. All time is Far Cry. God damn it.
I already knew it.
I don't care.
I think my choice would be Metal Gear Solid 3 Snake Eater.
Ooh, that was nice too.
But you know what sucks? My favorite game of all time, Nationwide has it, and he played like the very beginning of it, but he won't play all the way through it.
Because I keep getting my ass kicked and I don't play games, I get my ass kicked.
Yes, I still miss Sega when they used to be a console company.
Yeah.
Yeah, Sega used to give Nintendo a competitive edge.
How come they never made a Mario versus Sonic game yet?
They have. There's a bunch of them.
There
There's
is?
tennis, there's tennis, there's Olympics, there's skating, there's
Oh
baseball,
no, I
there's a
mean
bunch of them.
a real Mario versus Sonic game.
Yeah, when Sega was Nintendo's
Well, because they're two different companies.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Because
they're not rival console companies anymore. They'll make games for
Okay.
Nintendo now.
Well,
Third
they
party.
added them. They added them to what is it? Nintendo's the Melee.
Yeah,
But
Sonic,
even
third
now,
Sonic,
party
and all of them are in
developers
the
now.
Melee.
a lot of the Nintendo originals you can't get for like Xbox, or like you can get it for place that they're exclusives. So still those company things still go into play.
Because if you look, you can buy Sega stuff on almost every system because Sega is no longer a system. They're more like a producer. They produce
Yeah.
games now. They don't make them anymore.
Yeah, they got their asses kicked by Nintendo, Sony.
Oh
and
no, they didn't get their
Microsoft.
asses kicked. Because if you want to be honest, if you truly want to be honest, Sega and Windows were far ahead of their time when they dropped the Dreamcast.
Yeah,
They
Sega
were
was actually
way
the
ahead
precursor
of
to
their
the
time.
to the
The
PlayStation.
Dreamcast was way ahead of its time.
Yep.
Maybe
Yep,
at
sure
the
was.
time, but they ended up losing the console wars.
Yeah, they ended
Nintendo,
up losing the console wars because nobody grasped on to the concept of what they were doing.
To the
If they
technology.
dropped
Yep.
that now, do you understand that they would corner the market? If they had dropped that system just a few years later, they would have cornered the game market. They were so far ahead of their time because
was
nobody
Dreamcast
think about
before or
it.
after
You used to
Saturn?
be able to play football. You used to be able to play football, call your plays on that little memory pad on your joystick instead of doing it on the screen. I mean, you used to be able to do all kinds of different things just on the memory pad alone that you didn't have to do that the other person had to
Yeah.
see if you did it off your joystick. The Dreamcast was way too far. It was way ahead of its time. People just didn't understand it when it dropped. Sega and Windows were way ahead of their time when they dropped that. That's all the place. That's
Oh,
all the Xbox ended up becoming.
Budo said Sega in Japan didn't want to do deals with Sony and Microsoft. That's where they lost the consoles.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that too. Yeah.
Kabuto, come on the panel so we can have a full house.
Budo, Budo, Budo.
Yeah, all 5 of us.
Right. Hey, check it out. We'll just sit here. We'll talk about whatever the hell pops up. That's all. That's what we'll do. Because
Yeah.
I mean, hey, it's good to sit back and just chill and have conversations amongst people that not. We ain't even got to think alike. Just people.
Yeah.
That actually like each other? That actually like each other.
Just have a conversation amongst people. That's all we need to do.
Oh, Kabuto can't go up on panel. He said his voice sounds bad.
Oh yeah, he's
Oh,
kind
well.
of sick.
Oh. Oh, well. Still a full house.
Yep. Man, I'm trying to tell you. I've been sitting here. I've been watching a bunch of gaming on what is it? Good Lord, what is the name of that damn game? I was just looking at it. It slips my mind. It slipped my mind. God dang it! I was just looking at it, and I'm not worried about it because I'm not really worried about what's going on YouTube right now.
Back for Blood?
No, it wasn't Back for Blood. I was looking
Dead by
at.
Daylight?
Oh no, it's this new game called VHS. Has anybody seen that new game called VHS?
Mm-mm.
No.
It's kind of cool. It's like it's kind of like a one killer multiplayer survivor game.
So kind of like Friday the 13th, or
It's kind of like Friday the 13th and Dead by Daylight. But what I like about it is in this game they actually either you kill the killer or the killer kills the group instead of escaping or killing.
mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? In all the other games, it was always you either have to survive till the end and make it out, or the killer kills you. That was the only two ways to win. This one, either you can make it out, or your group kills the killer. But you have to kill the killer as a group.
Who's this guy rapping?
This would be my cousin, Buddy Black.
That's your cousin?
Yes.
Hey, Nationwide, Shanky's been doing raps, huh?
Yeah, I've heard his little poem.
Musical
heard his
poemages.
Yeah, I've heard his musical poemages.
You were there for the JB rap I did, weren't you?
I don't think I was there for it. I think I heard it later, but I don't
Or
think I
was
was
that
there for
Budo?
it.
We're not gonna show it, but no, Shanky's supposed to be doing like a collaboration with Factual.
Okay.
Yeah, he said he
And they're supposed
emailed
to be
me.
putting some stuff out.
He emailed me last night, and he said like get ready to rock by the end of this week. Says he's going to be done it. He's about to lay it down.
Hey, look,
Dude,
you
I
better
was
bring.
shocked when I heard Factual. Factual actually got bars.
Hey, look,
Yeah,
I
he
don't put it
does.
like this, Shangy. I don't put it like this, Shangy. You better bring them bars, or I ain't gonna claim you at all. I'm gonna just let you know now. You better bring them bars, or I ain't claiming you. I don't know that, dude.
He said I got to hold some kind of standard.
I'm under pressure now. I'd really love to be able to freestyle like a lot of other people can, just like spit out stuff like right on the spot. I can't do that. I have to write it down first.
Well, you want to know the easiest way to do that, man? I'm gonna tell you now. It's not gonna come to you the first couple of times you do it. Just I mean, I don't give a damn what kind of music it is that you listen to. I don't give a damn what it is. Just sit back, listen to it, close your eyes, and then just say what comes to your mind.
Mhm.
And then eventually you'll be able to do it with your eyes open.
Mhm.
Because I'm gonna tell you now, a lot of people, if you ever notice when they freestyle with their eyes closed. Those people can't freestyle with their eyes open.
Because it's like they're envisioning the words in front of them.
If you close your eyes and just let the words flow, it's a lot easier because you're not thinking about what's coming out your mouth. You're just letting it go.
Mm-hmm. That makes
Well, that
sense.
takes a natural talent that I don't have. Like, I have to think about it, write it down,
But that's
rewrite
the
it.
natural talent that people are. That's the
Yeah.
natural talent that people are talking about. The fact
Yeah.
that
I
you
mean,
can do it with your eyes open is the talent. If you can
Mhm.
do it with your eyes, if you can do it with your eyes closed, you still have the talent,
Mhm.
which most people can do. You can do it with your eyes
Mhm.
closed. You just
yeah,
can't do it
and
with your eyes open.
Yeah.
That doesn't
yeah,
mean you don't have the
and
talent.
I mean, like
there's
people
also
can drop some bars just out of the blue, and it rhymes and it makes sense, and it like doesn't sound like nonsense. If I was put on the spot and somebody played a beat and go, "Here, Shangy, come up with something," I'd be like, "Uh,
Oh
uh,
yeah,
uh."
yeah. But like I said, at first it's not gonna be it's not gonna be like that at first. At first, yeah, you're gonna do some doo doo. At first, you're
yeah,
gonna spit some doo doo. Oh,
Or, but
believe
that goes along with expanding your lexicon as well. Like what Tia
yeah,
just said. With he studied the freaking whole dictionary just to
yeah.
learn words.
When it comes down to it, I mean, you it's easier with your eyes closed. And as soon as I mean, even if you have to do stuff with your eyes closed at first, you know what I'm saying? You're gonna spit some doo doo. But that's you perfecting your skill because eventually you'll start replacing this word with that word and that word with this word and this word with that word. This one will sound better here and that'll sound better there. And then by then you'll have your freestyle built up. Because I'm gonna tell you now, I used to freestyle, and that's how I had to get. That's really how I had to put my mind frame. I went from freestyling to comedy, and understand when it comes to comedy, you gotta understand. Like for me, I expect for somebody to hate stuff that I say. You know what I'm saying? But I still have to get it. I still have to say it in a manner that even if you don't like what I said, it still hits the mark. And you got to do the same for yourself.
I'm really proud of the rap I wrote about JB. I think I think it's pretty good.
You can be proud of that,
yeah,
but we are not going to keep mentioning certain people up in this
Oh, sorry,
goddamn
yeah.
conversation
All
sorry, I
right,
because
wasn't
they
thinking.
ain't got nothing to do with what the
Mhm.
hell is going on here,
go
except
on,
for bringing
Shangy.
down
Well,
the goddamn situation. All
The
yeah.
that'll bring
mood.
down the
All right,
mood.
so
I ain't
now
trying to
look
bring
what you
down.
made me do, Barb. You brought up my rap,
I
and
didn't make you
what happened?
do
This is
that.
Barb's fault.
You could have
Yeah,
talked about the
blame.
rap without mentioning names, buddy.
Yeah,
Sorry.
blame Barbara.
Sorry,
It's easy. That's
sorry.
how I do it.
That's what Nationwide does too. He likes to blame me.
It's easy. It's easier to blame you than to take responsibility for the things that I do sometimes.
Yeah, Barb, it's your fault I didn't take responsibility.
Man, Nationwide blames me all the time. You're greedy. You're greedy. You don't want to share any of the zombies. And meanwhile, he's off opening up rifts by himself while we killing the zombies in the inn, and
Oh,
he's triggering
but
all the checkpoints.
see,
Yeah, yeah.
she bringing up the one thing that she shouldn't be bringing up because she will. I'm trying to tell you, she'll have like 20, 30, 40,000 more points than everybody in the game. Talking
That's
about
because I
she don't
keep
know
that
how she
combo
got it.
counter going.
Yeah, whatever.
Oh, I keep
and
that
and you're
combo
still
counter
complaining,
going,
Barb?
boy.
Jeez.
He's just mad because
Whatever.
I'm better.
Hey,
I don't like it.
Like I said, I like to have fun. That's what the game is about. And as long as I'm having fun, I don't give a damn who's winning.
You
Like that
lie.
one
You
Tia can
lie.
beat me. Tia can beat me. I don't give a fuck. But I'm not trying to say that as like she sucks or nothing because apparently she don't playing with Barbara all the goddamn time. But still, Tia can beat me, and it's not gonna mean shit to me.
Nationwide said, damn, Barbara teaching Tia all her secrets, all her cheat codes.
Yeah, all her game genies.
Yeah.
No, I just have little strategies that I do
Man,
in the
I'm trying
game.
to tell you, Filippo, when you get over here with us, man, I'm trying to tell you, be careful of Barbara because she, for some reason, she knows how to get all them codes.
Yeah, unless
I
she
don't
might have
use
gotten
no
them
cheat
from Game
codes.
Facts.
I
You
don't
Might have
use
gotten
no
them
cheat
you'll
from.
start
codes.
this. Look, check this out. Me and Barbara started Far Cry 6 at the same time. Do you know she done beat that game in like a week and a half, and I'm still at the beginning of the damn game?
Hey,
But
do you
that's
remember
every
the
game I
game?
play. Don't act like that's odd.
Does anybody remember Duke Nukem 3D?
Duke Nukem was a badass game. No bullshit. Duke Nukem was a badass game. Duke Nukem
Did
was
you know?
another one of those games that started the shooter genre.
Actually, it was Doom. Doom was
Yeah,
first,
yeah,
and then came Duke Nukem 3D.
right.
But the
Yeah,
first two Duke Nukem games were actually side-scrolling type games.
yeah. Duke Nukem 3D, yeah, that was dope.
Yeah, Duke
Oh man,
Nukem
that was
3D was
dope.
actually the third game in a already established series that I didn't hear about until Duke Nukem 3D.
Yeah, Duke Nukem 3D was dope. I like that for
Remember
real.
the freeze thrower gun that was in that game where you shoot at the enemies and they turn to
And
ice?
they turned the ice. Yeah,
My brother manipulated the code and turned the freeze thrower into a flamethrower that shot fireballs
That
and set
would be
things on
right up
fire.
Nationwide's alley.
yeah.
Yeah.
Barbara,
No,
stop
it,
it! You're distracting me.
it was cool how we figured that out. How we went into and it's not like he knows everything about coding or anything, but he was
Right.
smart enough to manipulate the coding of the game to change the freeze thrower into a flamethrower.
That was
So he
kind of dope.
basically knows how to mod a game. Like a
Yeah, he
mod
hacked
hack.
it.
Yeah, yeah.
Man, he should try Chrono Trigger on the Super NES since I know he likes RPGs.
I think he played Chrono Trigger.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, but believe me, he's into that. He's into these really wimpy RPG type games where there's more reading than there is actual gameplay.
Like
You better
action.
watch your goddamn mouth. There's nothing wimpy about reading a motherfucking game. Those are the intellectual games, goddamn it.
Well,
Yeah, that adds to the
if I wanted to
story.
read,
Hey,
that's why I
when
read
you
books.
are a gamer, you play all games, damn it.
That's why I read books.
Well, a lot of that reading stuff that adds to your storyline, and I like the storyline in a game. It's like watching a movie, but being
Yeah.
part of it.
Yeah.
I like it sometimes, Barb, but some games, like it's all reading and no action. Where's the action, right? You're just pressing play or hit the next, turn the page or whatever. It's like you might as well be reading a book.
Yeah.
Well,
And
I get it.
it's just that
Buddha
Shani,
said it
like,
enhances
Shani
your reading
prefers
skills.
action in his.
But see, here's the thing about it though. Here's also the thing about it though. There's two different senses being tested here too though. When you're playing one type of RPG where you have to watch and look at everything, and then one where you have to pay attention to what's being said or what's being done or what's happening
Mhm.
around you. A lot of the times when they're giving you text, there's something in that text that you have got to absorb to understand what's going on around you. If you don't, a lot of times that impacts your decisions because that's
Yeah, it's
even
almost like a puzzle.
Right, because that's even that goes far back as what is it? I just
Well,
had it on
there's
my mind.
there's certain RPG
Final
games
Fantasy
that I
One.
think does it
That goes
better.
back as far
Like
as Final Fantasy One, Faxanadu, and all them other games. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you make a certain choice, and it changed the battle.
well,
You
here's
know?
some RPG games that are more my speed. There's Illusion of Gaia for the
Okay,
SNES. That was a good
that's all
one.
right. That was a good one.
Legend of Zelda: Link to the Past.
Oh,
That's his favorite.
oh,
Yeah,
oh,
Yeah,
yes,
he is a
I think
Zelda
the
freak.
still to this
Zelda.
day the best Zelda game.
Yes, yes.
You screaming Zelda, and that cat's gonna come in there and start annoying
Yeah,
you.
for real. She gonna start screaming, scratching on the door.
You rang.
For real, Zelda gonna be good. What you want, motherfucker? I want you to
Uh-huh.
leave already.
Oh, Super
Yes, The
Mario
Witcher.
RPG. Super Mario RPG was a very good RPG game.
But did you know that
He is right.
Zelda's not considered a it's not considered an RPG. It's considered an action. I forgot what they call it. It's literally the only of its kind. It's an action something, but it's not an RPG.
Open world.
I don't remember. I'll have to look it up. If anybody remembers or knows what
It,
it
ha-
is, go ahead and put it in
it has
there.
the same
But
tropes
it's
as an
not
RPG
considered.
game. It has the
It, right,
dialogue. It has
right.
the
It follows the RPG. Uh, it follows a lot of it, but something about it. It's the battles in it.
Mhm.
After Zelda 2, it was no longer. I mean, even the first one wasn't considered an RPG. The second one was pretty much the only one that was considered an RPG,
Mhm.
and that was the one that was the side scroller. But other than that, every other one was considered an action adventure.
Pluto said
That's
action
what it is.
adventure.
Yes, Zelda
Yeah.
is considered an action adventure. It's not considered a
I
RPG.
remember being so disappointed when I played Dragon Warrior the first time, and I was like, "What the hell is this?" Like, I'm not fighting. I'm wandering around, and then when there is a battle, it cuts to a screen. There's
Well,
a red slime is attacking you. Press A to fight. Fight. Oh, you did blah 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 hit points. Blah blah blah. And I was like, I was expecting something more along the lines of Zelda.
Right.
well, Tia brought up a good one. The Witcher is the perfect example of having to read a lot, but your responses dictate where your gameplay goes.
Yes, The Witcher is a good one for that too. Yes. The Witcher. I
So
mean,
depending, yep, The
I
Witcher,
mean, really anything
Fallout
by
4,
Bethesda. Anything by
yep, The
Bethesda.
Witcher and Fallout 4 is the perfect two examples of that.
Well, yeah, but see, Fallout is also Bethesda. Pretty much anything Bethesda is decision based.
Mm-hmm.
Wasn't Keanu Reeves in one of the Fallout games?
No, he was in what's it called?
Cyberpunk.
Cyberpunk. Yeah.
But he was in another game too, I believe. I thought it was one of the Fallout games.
Which Cyberpunk flopped because it was a freaking disaster. Hey, Susie.
He might have been. He might have been in one of those. Hey, Susie, how you doing?
Yeah, which is a shame because it looked like it had potential, but it looked like a really buggy game. Like they didn't.
Hey, look, I'll put it like this: if you play, and this is just because I played at a friend's house. I don't have the game or anything right now. This is just from a quick little, snip play. Um, Cyberpunk is a pretty decent game. If you're playing offline, it's a pretty decent game. Um, as far as I can tell, they fixed a lot of the bugs, and
Mhm.
if that's the type of game that y'all kind of like, let me know, and I'll start playing that on my gaming channel. I will be playing. I have two different gaming channels. I have my YouTube gaming channel, which is Player One, and then I have my Twitch gaming channel, which most of you who are here know already, which is the what is it? God dang it, Barbara, I forgot already. Uh, I'll put it in the
It's
description.
nationwide, right? Or it's
Yeah,
the wise guy.
no, it's what,
Susie's in the chat.
Wise guy
The
gaming.
visitor.
yeah, Wise Guy Gaming. It's the Wise
apparently
Guy
Keanu
Gaming.
Reeves was in Fallout 4.
Yeah, Tia said her voice was so low on that stream, and we didn't even realize it because we heard her fine, but apparently she had to go
Don't
into her
worry
her
about
system.
it, Tia. It just makes you sound more dainty and cute.
Yeah, she
Hey,
had to
I'm
go
gonna
fix her
tell
settings.
y'all what's
to
so
allow it.
hilarious. I'm gonna tell y'all what's hilarious. Okay, check this out. This is hilarious. If Tia was to get on here and y'all heard her voice, she sounds so cute, dainty, and all that, right? But wait till she gets on this zombie game and you hear this woman go from da 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 to, oh, I got this, kill this motherfucker. This motherfucker's all over me. Kiss it. Man, I'm trying to tell you, it is the most hilarious thing in the fucking world. It is hilarious to hear
She's
this
good.
this dainty voice turn into this monster and start cussing out these zombies.
I've met her in person, Wise Guy. I've heard it, especially when we came home from court. And her and Kimmy were yelling.
Tia is such a sweetheart. That is my honey right there, y'all.
Hey, I'm trying to have sex here. God damn it. Quit pounding on the door.
Hey, I don't want to hear nothing about your sexual escapades, Shaggy.
Yeah.
Nothing about them at all. Do you understand me?
Yeah.
We will not talk
Yeah.
about your sexual escapades here.
Do that on your own channel.
Were you already
This is
traumatized?
the channel.
Because
Go,
look,
Filippo.
hey, look, check this out. Check this out. This is as far as I want to go, and I'm not going any further.
Uh-oh.
Oh.
I was catfished too, so fuck you, okay? I was catfished too, so fuck you. So as far as that goes, we will not speak about your sexual escapades.
Okay.
Other than that, we're good.
Yeah. Some things just best keep to yourself.
No, because really, Filippo, I mean, I know y'all know.
Yeah.
But for those who jump in later, when it comes to drama, I don't give a fuck. I don't care. You know,
Oh.
I'm that dude. I'm that number 3 dude. Number 1, number 2, number 3. I don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? No matter what, number 3 is. I don't give a fuck. I don't care. I'm number 3.
Yeah, that's his
If
famous
it doesn't
I
benefit
don't
me,
care.
if it doesn't benefit me, then why should I? If it doesn't benefit a friend of mine, then why should I? If I see it as, okay, see, like if I see you in a situation that I see you bringing you down, you don't see it. Should I give a fuck about that situation? No, I give a fuck about you, but I don't give a fuck about that situation.
Yeah,
That's
basically.
That's how I separate things right there.
Yeah. That's true.
That's why I say your beef isn't my beef. I might give a damn about you, but I don't give a damn about the beef you in.
Yeah.
Just like my beef is no one else's beefs.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well, everybody should
Well,
take that advice.
Well, and if anybody's ever noticed, I've never inserted myself in anybody else's beef.
Nope.
Never inserted myself in anybody else's beef.
And
I've
there's a
always
difference
stayed
between
to
having your
myself.
friends back or inserting yourself into their beef. You can separate the two.
The way I look at it is like this. A dude can talk about me all day. Dude can talk about you
But
all
does it
day.
really matter?
Doesn't really matter. Now, when they
Mhm.
start going after your friends and family, that's a whole nother situation. But here's the situation. A lot of the situations when I see where that happened at, it's because you opened your goddamn mouth. If you would just shut the hell up, people would leave you alone.
Right. Not
And
all
I'm not,
situations, though.
and this is the big
Most
guy's
of
honest
them.
truth. This is the guy's honest truth. I'm not speaking to anybody in general. I'm just speaking about that situation in general. A lot of the times, if you would just shut the fuck up, wouldn't nobody even know that you even existed.
Well, then.
Huh.
But other than that, I don't give a damn.
Yeah,
I'm too busy running from ghosts and playing video games.
Mhm.
yeah.
I don't give a fuck.
99.9% of the time, this is a chill. To 100%, this is a chill channel.
And see, here's the thing. I even told Barbara here. I'm even open and willing to have whoever the fuck is on here. I don't give a fuck if y'all hate each other. But as long as y'all
Just
respect each
don't bring
other on
bullshit.
this goddamn channel,
Yep.
the way I look at this channel is if you ever seen Constantine, think of me as Papa Midnight. If this was Constantine, I'm Papa Midnight. I don't give a fuck who you don't gotta. I don't give a fuck who you got an issue with. When you're in this bitch, there ain't no issue. If there's an issue, you leave. They're not leaving. That's the way I. That's the way I look at it. And the only reason why I look at it like that is because I'm here for fun. If you're not here for fun, then you're not here for what I'm here for.
Yeah, that's pretty much what I'm about for the most part. I just like to have fun, chill, be entertained sometimes, like the right way, and
Right. I
yeah,
mean,
we can.
Until he gets ABG over there. And then it's constant.
what's going on, Jinx? Salute. What's going on,
Holy,
Jinx? Salute.
holy shit!
Hey,
Sup,
Jinx.
Jinx?
Burt Reynolds was in a video game, Saints Row the Third.
Oh, yeah.
Burt Reynolds,
I
yeah.
have that game.
Wow, I didn't know he was in a video
Wait,
game.
is that the new one or wait? That's the one with Gat, right?
2011?
Yeah, I have that one.
Oh, and Filippo, Jinx is another gamer that you might want to check out. He's on Facebook.
Yeah.
Jinx, check out Filippo. He's on YouTube. He's a retro gamer. He plays games that we
Yeah.
used to we as a matter of fact, I just got through talking about a game we used to play back in the day. What was it? GoldenEye. We just got through talking about GoldenEye, Jinx. You know,
Yeah.
me, you, and our other brother used to get on our little shit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, but that's
And
you
look,
know I'm trying to tell
Nationwide and
y'all, man.
Jinx, they look a lot alike.
Don't
So
start.
I
Don't
know
start that.
I know
Don't
they
start that.
related, but they look a lot alike.
Don't start that.
Oh man. Oh man.
They could be twins.
Man, I'm trying to tell you, I've been a gamer for a
Jinx,
long
when you
time.
wait, I got a question for Jinx. Jinx, when you gonna get on this zombie army? Because your brother could use the help.
Oh shit! No. Oh, okay. Since you want to go ahead and blast people out, I can
Shots
go ahead and
fired!
blast.
Shots
Since you want
fired!
to go ahead and blast people out, I can go ahead and blast people out too. While
Holy
she
shit!
talking,
Liam
she got back for blood too,
Neeson was
and
in
she
Fallout
ain't
3.
said shit to nobody either. So she could have got on back for blood with us, but she ain't. Let me go ahead and stop because I ain't got on back for blood either yet.
Burn Marshmallow, I'm used to
But
the
still,
keyboard. I've been doing it for years. It takes
Um,
a while to get used to, but
yeah.
I'm sure if you set the configuration to map your keyboard button to what works for you, then it should be okay.
Well, see, check this
See,
out. But
that's
with us
something I
being on
admire.
PlayStation, though, but with us being on PlayStation, though, a lot of the games that are cross console are cross console to
To
PC
PC.
and not necessarily Xbox. So a lot of the games that are cross console, we can possibly get you in on some of them. That's just
Hmm.
if they get your attention. You know what I'm saying? So like, I mean, like say like you got into like the Back for Blood series. That's online. My brother actually Jinx actually plays Back for Blood on his channel. If you were to play Back for Blood, you could get on there with me, Barbara. You know what I'm saying? You'd even get on there with me, Barbara, and Jinx because it's cross console.
Yeah, see, Leilani, that's what Leilani wants to get. She doesn't want to get a new console. She wants to build a PC, a gaming PC.
Mhm. To be honest with you, Filippo, the way you're doing it is the smart way because the PC, when it comes to gaming, is actually the
Oh, a
way to
lot of people are
go.
moving to it. Yep, a lot of people are
The
moving
Oh,
to
PC,
that.
yeah,
you
the PC
you
is the way to go.
you're talking about when I'm streaming my games through OBS when I go
Yeah.
live.
Oh, I love it, man. I'm trying to tell you, man, man.
The
I'm trying.
PC has
Oh,
always
look,
been the
look, look. No, look. When he played Turtles in Time for the first time, when he played Turtles in Time,
On the
dude,
Super
I put
NES.
that shit in the Discord. I put that shit on my YouTube. I'm not YouTube. I put that on my Facebook. I put that everywhere. I was like, this motherfucker playing Turtles in Time. I was like,
Yeah.
Turtles in Time for real? Man,
Yep.
I went
The
over there. I watched this.
Super
And,
NES
and
version.
he ran the nigga. He ran Raph. He ran Raph. I
that
was
was the
like,
best game
hell
Yeah.
yeah.
in the series. I think that's the best Turtles game. Turtles in
Yeah,
Time.
Turtles in Time was definitely the best Turtles game at that time. Yeah, I can't
Now,
say the
Yeah.
Filippo,
best game.
when you play PC, do you play from your keyboard or do you have a controller that syncs up?
I play it from my keyboard.
See, I can't do that. How the hell you play a video game with a damn keyboard?
I had to do that with the
Okay,
I
first person
mean,
shooters.
okay. Let me get this out
yeah.
before y'all finish y'all statement. I want to get Jinx's top three off top. Hey Jinx, your top two either gaming series or game in general. So you can come up with one series or two series, one series in a game or just two different series. Like for me, it was Final Fantasy and Far Cry.
Yeah, your choices were retro games from the 90s on earlier
Yes.
and your all-time favorite.
And the only reason why Far Cry falls in that is because if you look, Far Cry 3 came in what? 90 what? 93. I believe it was 93 or 94. No, it was not. It was Far Cry 2 came out 93. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
what
out
it
of
is.
all the Far Cries, Far Cry
Yeah.
4 is my favorite.
Out of all the Far Cries, Far Cry 5 is my favorite.
I already know.
I mean, 3 was my favorite, but 5 is now my favorite.
Nationwide just likes going around killing all the Peggies.
Oh,
Ooh,
oh,
yeah, Shredder's Revenge, that's supposed to be dope. Yeah, I heard about that. It's supposed to be dope. Shredder's Revenge. But I'm gonna tell you right now, when it comes down to like the perfect,
Ooh, Fable, that's a good one.
whenever I sit in the back and I think about like the perfect battle armor, I think the Shredder had the perfect battle armor because even blocking, he fucked you up. Even blocking, he would cut you open just blocking, and that's the way his fucking armor was designed. Not only for offense, but to defensively destroy you. He had blades everywhere. River City
Oh
Ransom,
wow.
Final Fantasy, and Fable. Didn't I tell y'all Final Fantasy was going to run deep? Because I said it was either Final Fantasy or Super Dodgeball. And he said not Final Fantasy, but River City Ransom. It was either River City Ransom or Dodgeball. And he picked River City Ransom over Dodgeball. Yeah, Fable was a good one too.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they even came out with their own little card game. That's how cool their little card game was. That was
Udo
kind of.
said April O'Neil will be a playable character.
I mean, I can understand like eventually she becomes kind of dope. But in the series, when does she ever become a fighter?
Yeah, it's mostly
But
the
you know,
four
Budo likes
turtles
his playable cookies.
doing
Yeah, he likes his playable
all the
cookies.
work.
Look at Ling
I'm,
Ling.
but I'm just right. I'm just saying though. You know, like in the Ninja Turtles, even in the Ninja Turtle universe, when did she ever really become useful other than for like information? I
Who,
mean, she
April
wasn't
O'Neil?
ever. I mean, even Casey Jones, if they needed backup, they could call Casey Jones. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? But April, you ain't gonna call April if you need backup. Because I'm gonna tell you now, my two favorite characters of the
Maybe they
Ninja
got
Turtle
tired of
universe.
rescuing the bitch and figured she needed to freaking be able to protect herself, and they trained her. She needed to stop being a damsel in distress.
I will never forget the first time I saw Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the movie.
It's on
Hey, look,
Netflix right now.
hey, look, I ain't gonna lie to you. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the first one,
Yeah,
dude, to this day, is one of my favorite movies.
yeah,
I ain't
it
gonna say
still
it's in
holds
my
up.
Mount Rushmore, but it's one of my favorite movies.
It's
Still
on
holds up.
Netflix right now.
You know, it was it was surprisingly dark, right? Especially if you only knew the cartoons.
Yeah.
Like I
Well,
knew
Budo
nothing.
says they're all on HBO Max.
Yeah, I didn't read the original comic books that they were based off of until like much later, and I was surprised at how gory it was. The original comics, it was a
Oh
much different
yeah.
film.
Well, see, here's the funny thing about it. A lot of the original comics for a lot of these tunes that started at that time
Mhm.
were way more gory than people thought they were. Like the Ninja Turtles, way more gory.
Mhm.
Um, like think about it. Nobody really thought about how gory Marvel was until they started dropping those Marvel movies. Iron Man, um, uh, Captain America, the Hulk.
Mhm.
You really never thought about how many people died when the city was being destroyed until you saw those movies.
Right.
Because in the
So
comic
I have a
book,
question.
think about it, in the comic book, you never really saw anybody die. Everybody was like, "Oh, I'm glad I got away from that."
Well, I have a question. So I was telling Shangy the other day about what they did with He-Man, right?
Oh
Mhm.
my
Now, is it
God!
Shira? It was Shira that they made the main character, right?
No, it was
Yes,
Tila.
it was Tila. It
Oh, I
was
thought it was
Tila.
Shira.
No, it
Okay.
wasn't Shira. And see, that's my thing when it comes to something like that. And I love Kevin Smith. I do. Kevin Smith has been one of the greatest movie producers, greatest directors I've ever come across. Until he got a hold of He-Man.
I think he
He
kind of
took
jumped the
he
shark
took
before that.
well see here's my thing. Dude, if you just wanted to write She-Ra. She was already an existing character.
Mhm.
Right.
She was
Why
already
destroy He-Man?
existing. She was the equal of He-Man.
Mhm.
So
Hmm.
what you do is you destroy the equal of She-Ra and make the potential of She-Ra to come out with her own movie, and the Masters of the Universe, which would be starring Tila instead of He-Man, who
Mhm.
started the Masters of the Universe.
Yeah, I don't
She-Ra,
want.
She-Ra was already an existing character.
Mhm.
She did the exact same thing that Prince Adam did.
Actually, she was better than Prince Adam because she didn't have a wimpy counterpart. She was always
Right,
Shira, right?
right. I mean, she was this bold, brave tomboy, and
Mhm.
then whenever danger came about, she was this warrior. So she was either
Right. She was the original strong woman.
right. She was either a strong woman or she was the strong warrior. Prince
Hmm.
Adam was either this dude was either hiding in the bathroom or he was beating Skeletor's ass. So you took the one character that you didn't need to touch, killed him in the first episode, and turned it into the Masters of the Universe featuring Tila and the Masters of the Universe.
And her lesbian girlfriend.
And her lesbian black girlfriend.
Even though Tila wasn't a lesbian before, but she is now.
Right. Oh, but if you've seen the video or
Mhm.
seen it, all the women are built up.
Yeah,
I'm talking about hulkish, and the dudes have no definition at all.
yeah,
Man at Arms has no definition
It's
compared to
the
Tila and her
emasculation of
girlfriend.
man.
yeah. It's a bunch of bullshit, and I don't know why they got to do this to every franchise now. It's
My whole
insane.
thing is this right here. I have no ill will against Kevin Smith on the
Mhm.
cool. But if you really wanted to write Tila, if you wanted to write She-Ra, you should have wrote She-Ra. You should have never touched He-Man.
Hmm.
That's the way I look at it. If you wanted to write She-Ra, you should have wrote She-Ra. You should not have touched He-Man.
Oh, they just made Wonder Woman bisexual. I saw that come out recently too. Yeah,
Oh,
and they
come
made
on now.
Superman gay.
Superman's completely gay. I don't
Like,
understand.
What was
So what
what was
happened to
Lois
Lois
Lane?
Lane?
Right. Was Lois Lane just like a thing to throw people off of his gayness? I mean,
his his beard.
Oh, okay. So now that we're on this topic, has anybody seen the Santa Inc. uh the
oh
Santa Inc.
man, with Seth
No,
Rogen.
just like
Yeah,
Oh
everybody else,
man.
With Seth Rogen and
Sarah
Sarah
Silverman.
Silverman. Yeah.
Oh, what a flop.
See, here's the problem with that right there, and this is just me, a black dude, off the top of my head. You know, where they went completely wrong, and I hate it because I'm actually trying to give them a way out on this one.
Mhm.
You know, there's been black families who thought Santa Claus was black for years. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
So when they made this video and made this movie talking about Santa's been a white man for years, you could have at least added a few black Santa Clauses in there because no
But
matter
wait,
where you
all the
go, there's a
elves,
black Santa Claus.
all the elves were the stereotypical black person. So why is that? Like,
I
and
mean,
it's one
I
thing.
don't get it.
It's the
Right.
stereotypes. You're saying it's bad, right? But then you're using the stereotypes that
Right.
you're calling out.
And then you got Wanda Sykes. I believe it's Wanda Sykes playing one of the reindeers. Okay, look, I like Wanda Sykes and everything, but the only time I don't like Wanda Sykes is when Wanda Sykes is talking about male and female differences. Because here's my thing.
Because
The
she's a
last thing I
lesbian and
no
she's a man hater. I
no
picked that up.
that
I
has
picked
not.
that up from her.
But see, here's the thing. I don't I don't care if she's a lesbian. I don't care.
Yeah.
And this is y'all can quote nationwide right now. I don't care if you're a lesbian. I don't care if you're gay. I don't care if you're trans. I don't care
I don't
about
care
any of
either.
that. I don't care. But what I do care about is when you sit up here and you try and dog a different set of whatever you want to call it because that's not what you are.
Yeah. Well,
Yep.
When it
that's
comes
my
to
issue with
Wanda Sykes is funny as hell, except for when she's dogging the shit out of dudes.
Yeah, she's always talking shit about men. Okay, fine, we
I mean,
get it.
tell me
We're
when
not
Wanda
into
Sykes
dudes.
is not funny. And it's literally the only time she's not funny is when she's dogging on men. Other than that, Wanda Sykes is fucking hilarious. That's coming from me.
I don't care what your sexual preference is. But what I care about is when you try to force other people to believe what you believe
Mhm.
and you push it on children.
Yeah,
That's what
Yeah.
makes me angry.
yeah.
Yeah, well, I hate it when they start dogging on the opposite sex because they're not into men or women.
Right.
Yeah, they got to tear you down to build themselves up. Exactly.
Well, see, here's my thing, and this is the and
I have
I
nothing
don't.
wrong with gay people, but don't start bashing straight people. Come on now.
Well, see, here's
Right.
my thing. Here's
Right.
my thing, Cheney. I don't care. Do what you do. You know what I'm saying? Bash or whatever. But when it comes to me, the last person I'm going to take advice from is a guy who doesn't want women anymore. He's trying to get another dude. That's just the last person I'm going to take advice from.
Yeah.
And that's the way I look at it. If you're a woman who wants a dude, the last person you should be taking advice from is a woman who wants another woman and not wants a dude.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, the people you should be getting advice from are people that you have things in common with. You shouldn't be getting advice from somebody that you don't have anything in common with. I'm not going to ask
You can't
anybody
relate.
about what game to get if we play two different games. Like I'm not. I mean, me and
Or if
Budo,
they
we
don't
have
play
games.
games.
Right. See, here's the thing. Like me and Budo, we have our our top primary games are like different. We have games that overlap. Shit, me, Sauce, and Budo have games that overlap, but our top games
Hmm.
are different. I'm not going to ask Barbara for like a like like advice on a game and not know that she's going to give me this type of game. You know what I'm saying? Like she
Hmm.
gave me Horizon. She mentioned that earlier. I love Horizon, but I get my ass kicked in Horizon. So I mean I love playing it, but I'm tired of getting my ass whooped. And she'll tell you, for a week and a half, I would be like, okay, what the fuck am I doing wrong? Because every time I go up to fight this son of a bitch, it kills me. Well, you need to do this. Well, I tried that and it didn't work. And it stuck its missile right up my ass and exploded in my mouth.
But do you know why they really need to stop like really shoving that political crap down everyone's throats in games, movies, everything, right? The biggest reason they need to stop doing it is because every time they do that, it turns the audience off and they lose money.
Yep,
Nope.
same for that.
Look at the
Go
last
woke, go
Terminator
broke.
movie.
No, the way I look at it is keep doing it. The way I look at it is keep doing it. Because if you haven't noticed, how many, okay, even though it has not been a lot, it hasn't been a whole lot in the grand scheme. But think about how many celebrities now have come out and been like, okay, wait a minute. It's not working the way that I thought it would.
Yep.
Y'all aren't
Not just
caring.
celebrities. Look at
Y'all
the
aren't caring
corporations.
like y'all aren't caring the way that I thought you would. I mean, look at the fucking Justice Smollett. Look at the Juicy Smollett thing. Everybody swore on everything his ass was gonna walk. Motherfucker, you faked the hate crime.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, I'm gonna put it like this. I will say you allegedly faked the hate crime. But when motherfucking Dave Chappelle comes straight out and tells you exactly what motherfucking black folks was thinking, we shut up because that was the only real way to back your ass up.
T is right.
For us,
Celebs really ain't
for
half their
black people
fan
to
base
say
by
anything
talking
on the
about
Jesse
it.
Smollett case would have been to undo anything. And he literally said it. The only way to back your ass up was to shut up.
Udo said they killed my cowboy bebop.
Udo must have been the only person watching it.
No, Jinx probably would have got into it if he would have caught it. If he didn't catch it when it first came out, Jinx is into that Cowboy Bebop too. Well, I would have caught it too, but I was waiting for it all to drop at one time.
Yeah, he likes
And
to
by the
binge
time
watch
I
like
did
me.
look, it was already gone.
I saw the trailer for that Cowboy Bebop live action series. I wasn't impressed. I was like, "What the hell is this?" It was just too wacky for me. I don't know what the
Man,
original Cowboy
please.
Bebop was like. I gotta
Man,
check the
please.
original.
If it was too wacky for you, you didn't want to watch the anime. That anime was my shit. I'm trying to tell you.
Well, I probably would prefer the anime, right? Because
Yeah.
it works better in cartoon form when it's.
I mean, I'm not a real fan of a lot of animes to live action. The only ones that I have liked so far was I didn't get to see the Cowboy Bebop, but I did get to see the Ghost in the Shell, and I liked the Ghost in the Shell.
Yeah, I
The
still
Ghost
gotta
in the
check
Shell
that one.
anime from animated live action, I did like that one. I didn't get to see Death Note. I want to see Death Note, but the only one that I've seen so far live action from anime is yeah. And I liked it. It was kind of dope.
I seen Fist of the North Star, and I've seen the live action version of the Guyver. They made 2 live action movies based on the Guyver.
Yeah.
But the first Guyver movie was really interesting. They threw in a lot of like bonkers humor in it that was out of place, and they had like Jimmy Walker in it with a role as one of the Zoonoids.
Yeah.
And then the second movie they did was more closer to the anime and was darker and bloodier and
Okay.
but there isn't a lot of good live action remakes of animes yet.
No, there's not.
Yeah, I'm not into anime.
Hold your tongue, wench. How dare you?
Yeah,
There's a lot of anime that that I'm not into just because I had my fill of it when I was younger, right? But like the ones I liked were like movies like Akira, Wings of Jimenez was a good one.
Okay, yeah, that was dope. That one was dope. Yeah.
So, my nerdism stops at gaming, okay?
Okay.
Ninja Scroll was a great one.
Yeah, Ninja Scroll was a good one. I liked a lot of like me myself. I was into like Bleach, Dragon Ball, Dragon Ball Z. Let's see. I watched movies like what was it? Vampire Hunter D.
Yeah, I remember that one.
I like
Devilman.
uh uh what was it? Pirate Gelatide or something like that. Wolf's Rain. You know what I'm saying? I liked a lot of different movies and shows and stuff like that. Um, I
And I
didn't
think
really
there's
get
I think
into
there's a
the
lot of the anime stuff where it's like, yeah, I'd definitely have to be Japanese to appreciate this because I don't know
yeah.
this isn't for me. I don't get it.
The last
But
anime I watched was Spirited Away. I think it and that was Spirited Away was a terrible goddamn movie. It was directed to kids. I was like, are you serious? I'm talking about. I mean, her parents turned to fucking pigs and didn't give a damn about her and started just. I'm like, what the hell is going on?
oh, you know what the most disturbing animated film I've ever seen was
The Spirited Away was the most disturbing I've ever seen.
the Plague Dogs. It's so depressing.
The Plague Dog. The Plague Dog. The Plague Dog.
Yeah,
I think I've heard of that.
the same people who made Watership Down, which is another disturbing movie.
Okay, Watership Down. I did see that one.
That's the one with the rabbits. Yeah,
Yeah.
and that's really that movie is pretty fucked up.
Okay, I'm gonna have to go back
Plague
and
Dogs
check
is even darker.
I'm gonna have to check that out. See what's
If I saw
going
that
on.
movie as a kid, I would have had nightmares.
Man, I'm trying to tell you. I mean, see, what a lot of people don't understand is anime is not the same as cartoons.
Mhm.
Anime is actually more along the lines of what we would consider in America as a soap opera. It's just animated. Anime is not a cartoon. So when you look at animes and you think it's a cartoon and you're like, well, it's about this and it's about that, that's a weird cartoon. No, because it's not a cartoon. It's animated. It's an animated story that's based this way or
Geared
based
for
that way.
adults. That's
Yeah.
that's no different than that hentai stuff, right? That's basically cartoonized porn.
Hey, hey, watch your mouth. I'm not trying to. Hey, hentai community,
Getting
I
all
love
elitist
y'all.
on it.
Hentai community, I love y'all. I'm not saying a damn thing. That's her. Hey, look, hentai is an art form. It's not porn. That's what they say. That's what I'm
Uh-huh.
sticking behind.
Okay.
It's
Yeah.
an art form.
Okay.
It's not porn. Love
It is
y'all.
porn.
Love y'all. I
Uh-huh.
really do. Peace. Peace be with you.
He's at peace.
Well, porn's an art form, right? They got their own adult entertainment industry, award shows.
Hey, that's a whole nother conversation for
And
a
they
whole
got
nother.
different genres of porn.
Hey, look, I don't know if I give a damn enough about porn.
That's why I said I'm not gonna sit on here and talk about porn with two other
No,
guys
it's
on the panel.
it's not even that. It's not even that. I don't know if I give enough. I mean, y'all can sit here and y'all can go ahead and
Hey, you know a
beef
movie
it up
that
about
really
porn.
illustrates
I don't think
how
I
porn
have
is.
enough. I don't think I care enough about porn to have
Remember,
that conversation.
well, you cared enough about hentai, and it's porn.
I mean, hey, no, look. I was trying to make sure I didn't get lumped in with you, hentai hating son of a bitches. I'm not mixed in with y'all anti-hating sons of bitches.
He said he was separating. Oh
Remember the
man.
movie
Them
Boogie
motherfuckers is
Nights?
ruthless.
Have you ever seen the movie Boogie Nights?
Yes.
Oh yeah. Great
I
movie.
remember seeing that movie, and I think the most enjoyable parts of the movies was when he was making he started making the Brock Landers movies, and I don't know about you guys, but I was like into movies anyways. I like felt the creative energy, like and the enthusiasm, or like, yeah, we're gonna do something different from these other porn movies. We're gonna have a story, and it's gonna be
Yeah.
about this guy, right? And then it cuts to later in the '80s when he's like burnt out, and then like his character completely sold out. He's like doing all the things he said he didn't want to do in his movies. He's hitting women in movies and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I thought it was like a neat little satire of Hollywood. It was like the
Well,
same shit in Hollywood. It goes on with the adult
Music industry
entertainment
too.
industry.
but
You
Boogie
know,
Nights, Boogie Nights is it's a cult classic.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't give a fuck. I don't give a damn how old that movie gets. It's always going to hold its meaning, and it's always going to hold its stance.
I
That's
remember
Yeah, I like
thinking it
Boogie
was
Nights.
garbage the first time I saw it. It was after repeat
Nope.
viewings that I started to appreciate it more. Because I thought, well, this is kind of meandering in the first, and then it seemed like all of a sudden they started throwing in some violence in the second half of the movie to kind of have something happen. That's how I felt.
right.
I thought the strongest parts in the movie was when they were, focusing on the adult entertainment industry in the first half of the movie, and there was it did explore like the creative side, like because the Burt Reynolds character really saw himself as a filmmaker, not as a
Right.
pornographer. He wanted to be known as a
Yeah.
filmmaker. That's why he didn't want to shoot on video. He wanted to shoot on film, which
Right.
is interesting. Which is now there's this digital versus film argument today, like going on with like Quentin Tarantino and stuff. He doesn't want to shoot on digital, and and pretty soon digital is going to replace film. Everything's going to be shot on digital eventually.
Right.
So I thought that was pretty interesting. I didn't get why in the second half of the movie why all of a sudden they just have violence in it. It just seemed like it turned into a different movie in the second half, right?
Well, that's because that was
Well,
also around the time where people didn't have uh, the attention span. You know what I'm saying? You had to change. You have to change the movie
Mm-hmm.
back and forth for people to keep to stay interested. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You
yeah, but
know,
I think it was also to show the decline of the individuals. Like before, when
right?
they first started,
Yeah.
they were gung ho and excited and put pride into what they did. And then once they started getting into the industry
Yeah.
and doing drugs and everything like that, it brought
Yeah,
them down as people. I
they
think
didn't
that's
give a
what that
fuck no
showed.
more, right? And
Yeah.
then they were showing you you know the I don't give a fuck side of
Mm-hmm.
everything that's going on. You know, one minute you'll do anything to get that record deal, then you get that record deal. Now you can do anything, and you don't think you can lose it. I mean, think about how many groups back in the 80s and 90s used to tear up hotels because they knew they weren't going to
Yeah.
lose that record deal. I'm not talking
Yep.
about rap groups. I'm talking about rap. I'm talking about
Rock and
rock.
roll
I'm
groups.
talking about
Yep.
fucking heavy metal. I'm talking about
Oh yeah.
groups. I don't give a fuck what fucking genre of music it was. Think about, I mean, fuck the Backstreet Boys. Think about what those hotels were like when they were in them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I'd hate to be working in those hotels. Picking up after those punks, I'd be like those Backstreet Boys. I want to give them a piece of my mind.
No, No, but
mean,
you had like rock bands and stuff. Like there's not a documentary. It's a movie based on a band, right? And I can't remember what band it was, but
if
they
it's
did
the
a
one
show with
I'm
Ozzy
talking, if it's the
Osbourne.
one I'm thinking about, you're talking about, it might be White Snake.
Yeah,
Is it the movie
they was doing a
Rockstar with
show.
Mark Wahlberg? You're thinking of, Barb?
No, no, no. It was a big hair band, and they were doing a collaboration show with Ozzy Osbourne when Ozzy
Mhm.
was young.
Oh,
It was
okay.
like in the 80s. And they completely destroyed this hotel. The pool, threw freaking shit through the
Yeah.
windows, pushed the freaking grand piano out of a freaking picture glass window. Like, completely destroyed hotels in a
I mean,
drunken, drug fueled rage.
I mean, you want to talk about what these artists are doing, nowadays. You know, on the cool, it's kind of tame what they used to do, and if it's not tamed, they're hiding what they're doing now compared to what they used to do.
Mm-hmm.
Because what they used to
Mm-hmm.
do, they used to destroy an entire hotel floor. You know what I'm saying? If a
But that was the whole image. That was the
yeah,
whole image. It was Motley Crue. Yes, thank you, Tia. That was the whole
Motley Crue,
image that rock
yeah.
and roll put out. It was that crazy rebellion. Just yeah. So I don't know.
I ain't gonna lie to you. I would love to have been at one of them parties, but I would hate to have been arrested at one of them goddamn parties too.
Yeah.
Because most of them parties you already know ended up with somebody getting picked up.
Or how many underage girls were at these parties? I don't want to go to those parties.
Yeah, that was a common thing as well, and
Yeah, that was a comment.
not just in the rock and roll days, right? That was a common thing in the 50s.
Hmm.
But at the same time, you also got to look at it. It was more along the lines of the groups and not the groupies. Because the groupies knew that they were still regular people and they knew that the rules applied to them. So you're not necessarily thinking about the people who, like worked with them or worked for them. You know what I'm saying? A lot of the groups were the motherfuckers who thought that the law didn't apply to them. That's why a lot of the motherfucking groups that get told on were the motherfucking people who were like, well, look, I didn't think it was right at the time, but I didn't say nothing until now when it decided to come out. You
Well, I
know,
think all these rock stars, they all should be in prison. Really, Elvis Presley should have been in prison. Mick Jagger should have
Oh,
been in prison.
absolutely.
David Bowie should have been in prison. You know, I listen to and enjoy their music, and then think about who they were as people and the shit they got away with. They were pedophiles. Elvis, David Bowie, Mick Jagger, they were all screwing around with underage girls.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. I mean,
Steven Tyler, yeah.
I don't. The way I look at it now is, look, you can't fix what has happened, but you can fix what's happening. And if
Yep.
they don't feel like they need to fix what's happening, then you need to hold them accountable. You can't hold them accountable if they're trying to fix things, and I don't necessarily mean like giving everybody money. I mean changing the system, changing the way things are ran. If you can do that, if you're doing that, then I give you your props. But but 9 times out of 10, if you're one of those motherfucking people who think you can fix it through money, 9 times out of 10, you're one of the people that's part of the problem.
Well, like, look at this outrage we have today for R. Kelly, but it was perfectly okay for Elvis and David Bowie and Mick Jagger. You know what I'm saying?
But see, that's where you got to get to where I was just talking about.
Yeah.
It may not. It may have been okay for Elvis,
Hmm.
But it's not okay. It's not okay for the people who came behind him. It's not okay for R. Kelly. R. Kelly's being sentenced for it.
Yeah.
It's not okay for these other people. It's
Yeah.
not okay for motherfuckers to sit up here and create fucking fake ass hate crimes like the motherfucking shit that put Emmett Till to death. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? It's not okay for that. So
No,
that's why when motherfuckers think about how motherfuckers fake this motherfucking Jesse
not
Smollett
okay, but
shit,
it's
they're
pretty
thinking
sick.
like, okay, look, at the end of the day, when it comes to me with the whole Jesse Smollett thing, the way I look at it is like this. Okay, nobody got hurt. Fine, nobody got hurt. But if y'all would have found two white dudes that was walking around the street that night, if y'all had found two white dudes walking around that street that night, would y'all have been hard struck of putting it on them two motherfucking white dudes? Or would y'all have considered he lied? The only reason why I feel like they didn't do it is because they didn't find any white people. They found two black dudes walking that night.
Because it was too damn cold. Well, nobody walking out in freaking negative degree
If there
weather.
was two white dudes, I'm not saying that they would have got charged, but there would have been a longer investigation. There would have been more money spent into it. There would have been more money poured into this bullshit.
And I think Jesse Smollett would have been perfectly okay with blaming them, knowing they were innocent.
And that's the problem that I have. I have the problem with people who are willing to lie about something and that's willing to allow somebody else to fall for it. I don't give a
Hmm.
fuck if you lie. I don't give a fuck if you lie. But if you're willing to let somebody go down for your lie, you're the scummiest human being I can ever come up with or even think of living.
Yes.
Well,
I mean,
essentially, he
because
did
people
allow
lie.
people to go down for his
People
lie.
lie.
No,
No, but people
no. If you
lie.
think about it nationwide, he did allow people to go down for his lie because every single Trump supporter had a label on them because of that lie.
Yeah. That was
Not
his
just
attempt.
because of that lie, but yes. And it was, this is my proof that all Trump supporters are racist. The whole MAGA hat thing and him
But see,
saying, they said, this is Trump country. That was all to put a label on a particular group of people.
and let me tell you how bad, and let me tell you how far I am when it comes to that. This is how far gone I am with that, and I don't mean it as a bad thing. So it didn't really bother me. He could say whatever he wanted about Trump supporters because I've watched it, I've heard it. I was tired of it by that time. I was tired of hearing, "Oh, okay, well, if you don't believe me, you're a Trump supporter." Because I was tired of hearing Trump
Hmm.
supporter this, Trump supporter that. But when he was like, when this dude finally got to court and he said, "Well, the only reason why they're telling on me is because I was sleeping with one of them and the brother didn't like it." How much sense does that make?
I don't think none of it made sense.
That was
From the
that.
beginning,
I
it didn't
mean,
make sense.
you can't keep the way I look at it is you can't keep changing your story and then I want to believe every time you change it. That's just the way I look at it. I don't give a fuck. I don't care. I don't care. Number three. I don't care.
All right, y'all. I'm gonna have to get off of here. It's
Already.
been fun.
Yeah. What I'm getting ready to do is I'm probably gonna get off of here and probably jump on some zombies. So,
I'm gonna do my weekly event.
oh,
If you want to
that
join
is
me, you
today.
can join
All
me.
That is
right.
today,
Well,
isn't it?
thanks for having me up, wise
Yes,
guy.
it.
I'm gonna take off as well. Have a good night, everybody.
Thank you, Shane, for
Night,
showing up
Shangy.
tonight.
Night,
You have a good
Filippo.
night. Good night, Filippo, Dragon, and Marshmallow. Thank y'all for showing up. I appreciate y'all. Yeah, but what
Yep.
I'll
I'm gonna
probably
use the
do,
bathroom and then I'm gonna go turn mine on.
yeah, that sounds good. All right, well, hey, look at it. Check this out. If y'all enjoyed yourself, Like I said, this was just a little hangout, open comment, chill out, and talk. But hey, if y'all got anything that y'all want to talk about, put it in the chat. Next time we come up here, we'll holler about it. Other than that, this is your boy Nationwide Wise Guy, PNCs. We'll holler at y'all. Y'all have a good night.